Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, back to boxing. Now, man, wild news from Derick Chisora, man. He says that he wants Dillian Whyte from the third match, man. He wants a trilogy, and that fight seems like it could be easily feasible due to this epidemic happening. People want to see something they're confident that they're getting their money's worth, and there's no other way to do it than running it back a third time. The first fight was extremely close against Derick Chisora and Dillian Whyte. Went to decision. A lot of people had Chisora winning. I thought it was a close fight, but I think Dillian Whyte pulled it off in the end. But the second fight, I thought Chisora was clearly winning that fight until Dillian Whyte had to stop Chisora later in the fight. Now, Chisora was saying things like, they took a point off me and it made me be more aggressive and I got more reckless and I got caught later in the fight, which is a really good possibility. We see that happen a lot in boxing, how someone would get frustrated with the ref maybe favoring the other fighter and they become more aggressive and they fight out of their character, right? Derick Chisora was winning the whole fight, in my opinion. There's times where obviously Dillian Whyte, when he landed his punches, they're having effect on Chisora. I forgot what round it was, but Dillian Whyte almost did knock out Chisora at one round, and he just didn't step on the gas. But as far as the boxing went, Chisora was basically controlling Dillian Whyte, and Dillian Whyte looked not as sharp as Chisora most of the fight until he got caught later in the fight. So people want to see, man, they want to see something. They know this is going to be a good fight. Derick Chisora, like I said, and Dillian Whyte is going to be a great fight. And if you're taught anything in the UK, you don't need to actually fight in the UK to sell up big numbers in the UK, right? Look at the Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz fight. That fight was in Saudi Arabia, yet that broke records in the UK. And the thing is, Eddie Hearn was talking about how he can't make any fights in the UK right now due to this coronavirus. And, I said it before, and I don't know if people in the UK realize this, but Derick Chisora is born in Zimbabwe. The guy's not British. He fights out of Britain, and he maybe lived there a long period of time, but the guy's not really British. Same thing with my boy Dillian Whyte. The guy's Jamaican. He may live in Britain, he may fight out of Britain, but the guy's Jamaican. So, me personally, man, I want to see these fighters fight in their home country. Fighting in Zimbabwe would be nice. Fighting in Jamaica would be even nicer. I want to see them fight in their home country, maybe talk about more about their heritage. That's always exciting in boxing, and talk about where you came from, where things started off as, because you still got family and, nieces and nephews and all that other stuff in your country still. So we got to talk about that. And I think, especially Chisora, he's been fighting forever, and he's been, no one really knows too much about his background as far as his heritage goes. Things like that don't get talked about too much. Every now and again, Dillian Whyte talks about his Jamaican heritage. I really want to see, like I said, this fight can't happen in the UK. It's not gonna happen. So this fight wouldn't make any sense for them to make this fight in Saudi Arabia. I don't think any Middle Eastern people are excited about this kind of fight. But I think as far as their fan base and their home countries and Derick Chisora and Dillian Whyte, they can fight either one of those countries and it'd be a big deal, right? So me personally, man, I would love to see this fight in Jamaica just because that's more of like a vacation spot. People go to Jamaica for vacations. It's an island, it's tropical, people will love it, summertime all the time in Jamaica. And you can get that reefer, you can get lit. So, that's what I want to see, man. I'd be really excited to see the fight, man. I thought all the fights are pretty exciting against Dillian Whyte and Derick Chisora. Always really exciting. Trash talking is crazy. They get into his faces, the hype is always real. And, there's only a certain amount of people I really follow in the UK, man. Derick Chisora, Dillian Whyte are the top guys I follow, definitely, outside of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, of course. Talking about non-champions. Non-champions, Dillian Whyte and Derick Chisora are always hot topics because they both fight everyone. You look at Derick Chisora's resume, it's littered with elite-level opposition. And not only that, Derick Chisora is always traveling to other people's home countries. He's always doing that. And, Dillian Whyte, it's crazy how many elite fighters he's fighting back to back. It's just shocking, man. Usually doesn't happen in this day and age in boxing. It's always exciting to see two warriors get in the ring, man. Anyway, man, let me know how you guys feel about it. Derick Chisora winning this trilogy fight with Dillian Whyte, man. Derick Chisora said some other things like he weighed in on the Mike Tyson situation. He wanted Mike Tyson to fight Shannon Briggs, and he actually wanted David Haye to come back and fight Shannon Briggs as well. And it was sort of funny. I got to throw this in there. David Haye said, "Nah, I'm not ready for that." That's one fight I really would love to see too. That fight never happened, and I'm really sad about that. Shannon Briggs versus David Haye. But, let's go, champ. Everyone wants to see that fight. But Shannon Briggs is on bigger and better things, man. David Haye did some really dirty stuff with Shannon Briggs, how he was having Shannon Briggs fighting his cards, but he didn't actually ever fight the guy. So he was just making money off Shannon Briggs' name. The fans were hoping that David Haye and Shannon Briggs would meet, but they never did. And that's really David Haye's fault, man. Let's be honest. That's David Haye's fault. Anyway, man, let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Do you guys still want to see a David Haye versus Shannon Briggs fight? I still want to see that fight, man. But, Shannon Briggs on to better things. And Mike Tyson, that's just a bigger fight. Let's just be honest. So let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is The Empire. Geo Busting Empire. Peace. Geo.